Hello, welcome to Royal Black and Elite. I wanted to talk briefly about what we're seeing in the news with Sherrone Moore, who was the coach for the Michigan Wolverines, particularly because he is a black man, of course, and I always talk about Royal Black and Elite, but I also wanted to talk about the marriage aspect because we now see, even though he's in the news and people like, oh well, he was messing with white women. That's what he get. That's what he get. I understand all of that, but there is still a story here and something that wives in general, no matter what color you are, can learn from this situation. So he hadn't been there very long. He had a kind of rough season, 9-2 or 9-3, which for the Wolverines is kind of low in their opinion, I guess. He took over for Harbaugh, who left in his contract that Moore would have to be the coach if he ever stepped down. So that's how he got the job. So they didn't really like him from Jump Street. So that's the first little red flag in my mind. If you are a black man and you know that you have a position that maybe others really didn't want you to be in, then it would seem like to me that you would walk a little bit more circumspect in your job. You would be more careful instead of getting into allegedly a relationship with this secretary who they're reporting was pregnant or is pregnant. Now, meanwhile, he's a married man. He's married to this lady here, Kelly Moore. They've been married for 10 years and they have three children together. Now, after an investigation, the school fired him with cause. They basically are going to strip, like $70 million from him. And I mean, listen, his name is getting drugged through the mud, and the family's name is getting drugged through the mud. So it's really a sad story. And to see another brother, we just had something like this happen not long ago. Another brother fall like this for the same reason. Out here married, but you chasing tail, and you know that these things are not going to stay hidden. Now, the wife wasn't going to tell because he been doing this. As I said, I'm more than sure that this was not his first affair. He got lazy with it, he got sloppy with it, and because of that, it came out. Now, we can say a couple of things probably could have happened. Number one, he was paying her, so I don't know if it was a money situation because they said that he'd given her just huge raise. That's what was making red flags go on up at the job. So I don't know that it was money, but she may have caught feelings. And when women catch feelings, it's over for you, bro. It's over for you. And so I think that's perhaps maybe part of maybe what happened. And we know a lot of emotions was rolling because they said after he was fired, reportedly, he went to the woman's house and pulled out a sticky thing, evidently, and put it to himself and threatened to harm himself. Maybe he put it to her. I don't know what all happened, but there is some reports coming out because he is still locked up. Now, no charges have come out yet, so we'll see what happens with that. But we're looking at saying, why is this man losing his mind behind a basic white woman? But he clearly has a type, as we see here. And even though Mel Tucker, that's the man I mentioned just earlier, lost the exact same thing, Emi Udoka, he lost the exact same thing. Here, this man did not learn anything, and he fell right back into the trap. Now, what as we as wives can learn from this, and men can learn from this as well. I'm a wife of 35 years. Prior to me being married, like I said, my partner was is a coach, and I can tell you, there's a lot of things that you can put in place to help your relationship. So number one, and this can work no matter if your husband is a coach or if he a tow truck driver. It doesn't even matter. You need these things in place to guard your marriage, and they have truly been an inspiration in me and my husband's marriage. And like I said, after 35 years, it has helped a whole lot. So I pray for my husband every single day. Wives, Do not neglect to pray for your husband. You may think nobody want him. You may think you'll be okay with just the money. And a lot of times you think, okay, money can prop me up from all this pain I'm feeling. But no money can hide Kelly's face right now from the embarrassment she feel from her husband losing all this money and getting someone else allegedly pregnant. So money can't cover it all. You have to cover your husband in prayer. Number two, he has to be a man of faith also. So you can pray for your husband, but if he won't bow down to God's leading, or any mentoring, then, you really have to, start thinking about some other things. You have to have boundaries. Babe, you can't hire this girl. If this girl look a certain way, no, you can't hire her. And it's not because, you are jealous or that you are unsure. You're trying to protect your marriage and protect your family. And if you know what you're dealing with this man, and usually when a brother marries outside of his race, he does cheat. That's the reason some people say that they marry outside their race. Is because the woman will allow him to cheat. He will allow him to sucker up sometimes and do strange things in the bedroom. So these are some of the things that some men say that attract them to these women because they have no breaks, they have no boundaries, and they allow them to do everything. Now, is she gonna walk away with some money? Y'all, she not going nowhere. At this point, it's tainted. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody know what has happened, so she's not gonna go anywhere. She's gonna stay right there. So what I will say, wives, pray for your husband, guard them, put some boundaries around your relationship. You have to make sure that that you have good mentors around him, men who have been married a long time, who can give him some good advice. And women, you need wife coaches, women who've been married 20 years or more, who can help you step through a marriage and pray for your husband. But then there is some time when you have a man like this that cheats over and over and over again. There is nowhere scripturally that a woman is supposed to stay with a man who is cheating with her, cheating on her over and over and over again. So sometimes we see women move out of the place of wife and really begin to look at that man as an idol or look at that money as an idol. So I don't know if that's the situation in this case. I'm just giving you a broad stroke. So that's the story of Sherrone Moore. That's where we are at right now. He's been fired. He is in jail and we're awaiting charges. We're going to keep the family in prayer. This does look bad on football again, coaching, black men in general. So I am just hoping that he doesn't take his life and then even more people will be hurt. So I hope you've learned some things. Guard your marriages, wives. Do not trust anybody. Trust God. That's who you trust. Take it from me. So I thank you for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed today's episode and today's cultural issue. I just wanted to sound the alarm for wives. So have a great day and thank you for watching.